We are pantry cooking. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Tamara. Today I have got some easy and delicious pantry cooking meals. Y'all know I have been doing so bad about meal planning and just coming up with dinners on the fly. But that's one of the good things about having a well-stocked, house, is that it makes it a little bit easier to come up with pantry meals. And making pantry meals, shop from home meals, can help you save a lot of money, stretch your grocery budget, and can help with food waste as well. So I've got some easy and delicious meals to share with you guys today. Let's go ahead and get cooking, y'all. Pulled pork baked potatoes is normally a staple for us for a easy pantry meal. I normally have everything on hand. I'm going to go ahead and get the potatoes started first because that's what's going to take the longest. I've just got 4 potatoes there. I have washed them. I'm going to give them a coating of olive oil and then a sprinkle of salt. I put them directly in the oven. I don't poke holes. I don't do anything. I don't wrap them. They go straight in the oven at 400 degrees, and I just cook them until they are cooked through. I love keeping already cooked pulled pork on hand. I either get it from Sam's Club or Luke will smoke a couple pork butts and we'll just divide it up and keep it in the freezer. It really helps for quick and easy meals when I need supper really fast, or if I'm just having to shop from home on a tight budget, I can easily pull that out of my freezer. I just let it thaw out from the morning, and I take and put it in a microwave safe dish, and I just pop it in the microwave for about 10 or so minutes until it's heated through. It's already fully cooked, so you just need to heat it. And then I just set everything on the counter and everybody can just come and load up their potato however they want it. We've got the potatoes, the pulled pork, we've got sour cream, barbecue sauce, bacon bits, shredded cheese, butter, salt and pepper, all the works. This one is definitely one of my favorites. Tater tot casserole is a really good pantry meal. I feel like it is very versatile because you can change out the proteins, you can change out the vegetables, the cream soups. You have many options when you say the words tater tot casserole. This cheesy beef tot casserole is one of our favorites, and I normally have everything on hand. The only thing I wasn't sure if I had when I started making this was tater tots, which I ended up finding in the deep freeze. But if I didn't have that, you could easily do mashed potatoes on top and turn this into a shepherd's pie. You can even do frozen French fries. You can, like I said, you can change it out and do so many different things. That's the joy of pantry cooking, is you use what you have on hand. You can change it up, and sometimes you might change it up and find that you like that new way better than you did the original way. I have cooked and drained my ground beef. I've added in my can of drained corn. I'm going to add in a cream of mushroom soup, a cheddar cheese soup. We're going to mix that together with some seasonings and get that put in a greased 9x13 casserole dish. Top it with whatever cheese you have on hand, and then we're going to top it with tater tots. I like to season my tater tots with some salt and pepper, and then I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Here's what it looks like when it's all done. Super bubbly. This is so good. Definitely a family favorite hearty casserole in my house. White chicken chili, I feel like, is one of those recipes that everybody has most of the ingredients on hand. I pulled some frozen chicken thighs from the deep freeze and I put them right in my crock pot. Now, I used this McCormick's white chicken chili seasoning packet, and y'all, if you can find that in the store, definitely pick you up a few and keep them in your pantry because that thing is packed with flavor. This chili was so good. But of course, if you don't have that, you can use basic seasonings that you keep in your pantry to still get similar flavor. We're going to add in a can of diced tomatoes. We're going to add in a can of water, corn not drained, and then I'm going to add in 2 cans of beans, and then I'm just going to cook this on low. Once that chicken starts thawing out as it's, heating up and cooking through, I will make sure to break it apart, and then we will just let that finish simmering and cooking for about 6 to 8 hours. Now that the chicken is done and cooked through, I'm going to go ahead and pull the chicken out, shred it off the bone, and then we will add that chicken back in, and it is time to eat. You can serve this with sour cream, extra cheese, avocado, extra tomato, cilantro, with chips, whatever you would like to top your white chicken chili. This was literally so easy. Dumped everything in the crock pot, let it do the work, and this is delicious. If you keep ground beef on hand or ground turkey, Sloppy Joe's is a great option for a quick and easy pantry meal. I've got some hamburger meat there I've just cooked up with some peppers and onions and some seasonings. I've drained it and now I've added it into my crock pot. Now, I don't measure when I do Sloppy Joe's. I'm really bad about that, and I do apologize. I will have something similar linked in the description box for you guys with the same maybe flavor profile. But I just add in ketchup, W sauce, mustard, brown sugar, and then I add in a can of tomato sauce, and then I also add in a little bit of water. And I just mix it up, and I just put it on low and let it cook in my crock pot for about 4 to 6 hours. Everything's cooked, so you're just kind of marrying all the flavors together with the condiments that you just added and kind of just bringing it all together. For seasonings, I normally do salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, and paprika. Here is what it looks like when it's done. I just taste test and add condiments, add seasonings until I get the consistency that I'm looking for and the flavor. This night we served it with some mac and cheese, and then of course if you don't keep buns on hand, you can definitely make homemade. I will make sure to have the video where I've made homemade hamburger buns. I will have that video linked down below. This night I actually had buns in the freezer, so I just pulled them out and we had easy Sloppy Joes with those. I always try to keep some sort of a smoked sausage, turkey sausage, or even hot dogs in my freezer. That way I can have a quick and easy protein if I need to. I have got my smoked sausage there. I have just cut it up. We're going to get it put in a pan with a little bit of oil and just give it some color on both sides. While that's going, we're going to go ahead and cook up our pasta. I've got about a half a box there. You just use whatever pasta you have on hand or whatever your family likes. Now that the sausage has some color, we're going to remove it from that pan and put it on a paper towel lined plate. And then we are going to start our Alfredo in that same pan. I'm going to add in some garlic and just stir that around until it starts getting fragrant, and then we're going to add in our heavy cream. Now, heavy cream for me is a staple and I keep in my fridge. I love it. I use it for so many recipes, and like in this case, I had it on hand, and so I was able to make a quick and easy cheese sauce. Now, if you don't have this on hand, but you might keep jarred Alfredo, definitely use that in this case. Once your heavy cream starts heating up, you're going to get little bubbles on top. We're going to go ahead and add in our cheese. I finished off that bag of Parmesan. There wasn't much in there at all. And then I'm just going to go in with a cheddar blend. You use whatever you have on hand. That's the joy of pantry cooking. We're just going to mix that together. It's going to get nice and thick. I do have this on a low heat. You don't want to scorch it. You just want to have it on a low heat. That way it warms through and it's going to melt that cheese and thicken up. Now we're just going to combine everything together, our pasta, our sausage, and our Alfredo. We're just going to mix it together. Now if you notice that it's a little too thick for your liking, save some of that starchy pasta water and add that right in there. It's going to help coat the pasta. It's going to help thin out that sauce just a little bit, but it's also going to kind of thicken it up as well, if that makes sense. Using that nice starchy pasta water is so great if you are cooking on a budget or having to do shop from home meals, pantry meals. It can definitely help stretch a sauce and bring it together. Here is the pasta. I also cooked up a bag of frozen broccoli that I keep in my freezer. And then we had some leftover buns from the Sloppy Joes. I just took and put some butter on those with some garlic powder, popped those in the oven. That's the perfect poor man's garlic bread, and it also used up some buns, so that helps with food waste. Last but not least is baked chicken. I always have chicken on hand, and I always have some sort of a breading, regardless if it's breadcrumbs or crackers or even chips. You can crush up chips and use it as a coating. Play around with it and have fun. For this night, I decided to coat my chicken breast with some Duke's mayonnaise. You won't be able to taste it. It's just a binding agent to help stick whatever coating you're using. I just gave it a season with some chicken rub seasoning, and then I'm just going to coat that on both sides. And then for the breading, I chose to do panko breadcrumbs with some dry onion soup mix, and y'all, that was really good. I have been experimenting adding that dry onion soup mix with a bunch of different recipes, and all of them have been so good. I don't know what it is about that onion soup mix, but it gives your food really good flavor. I'm just going to coat the chicken in the breadcrumb mixture and get it put on a cookie sheet. We're going to bake this at 375 for about 25 to 30 minutes. It's just going to depend on the thickness of your chicken, but you want the internal temperature of the chicken to be 165. I like to put it under the broiler just for a couple minutes to help brown that topping up just a little bit on the top to give it some color. I served it with some of our frozen corn that we put up last year in July, and then we also served it with some peas. This was super quick, easy, and delicious. All of these pantry meals were so easy to put together and delicious. I hope today's video gave you guys some new meal inspiration or some inspiration just to look through your house, see what you have on hand, and come up with a delicious meal to feed your family. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.